Today's Friday. It's time to challenge my VO2 max a little bit, which is fun. It's always fun to breathe heavy and have your heart rate be damn near its max, and it's usually a lot of stress that I put on my body on VO2 max days, which is fair. That's how you improve. That's how you get better. So today we're going to be doing some sprints. We're going to be doing, by sprints I mean fast-paced running. So maybe not technically sprints. I'm going to do 400s, which is a single lap around the track. I'm going to do 4 to 8 of them. I'm not really sure. We're going to kind of see how it goes. But I'm going to run them at my CFT pace. So CFT is the Marine Corps Combat Fitness Test. And for the Combat Fitness Test, you have to run 800 meters, or 800 meters, or 880 yards, all at once, as fast as you can, in boots. I hate it. I hate it so much. I would almost rather run the 3-mile run of the PFT than run an 880 meter sprint for the CFT. I don't like it, but I don't want to do badly, and I don't want to be getting a low score this year. So I'm going to train. I'm going to take my first CFT at least in next month, so October. I told myself by October 31st I have to take my first CFT, and if I don't like that score, I'll take another one in November, but by no means am I taking one in December because it's too cold by that point. So I can't see them, but I have boots on. I'm going to be running single laps with, a 2 or 3 minute rest period, but the single laps are going to be at my CFT pace, so I can start getting my body used to running that fast with boots, and hopefully we improve from there. Hopefully it gets easier the more times I do this. Hopefully my VO2 max goes up. There's just putting a lot of hope in that I train and I improve, right? I'm also going to do some kettlebell carries, like farmers carries, maybe 100 yard sprints or 100 meter sprints or whatever with those, because again, part of the CFT is you gotta take these ammo cans. They're only 35 pounds, but I like to do farmers carries anyway. My back knows it. But yeah, that'll help me train my grip strength while running. It'll help me train my grip strength while I'm tired. So I might do those after I do my multiple sets of 400, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I like to do this. If I'm not doing this, I'm doing interval sprints. As I do a longer run, I'll do a 2 or 3 mile run with 4 minutes of quick pace, and then 4 minutes of the zone 2 pace, which is slower, damn near a walk. And that's fun. I like doing those too. And I like rucking. And rucking's another way I train my VO2 max. Going up and down the hills, I'll kind of do a jog up the hills to try to get my heart rate up. It's fun, right? Like, I like doing that stuff. I do not like boots. I don't like running in my boots. But I don't see another easy way to train for this that's going to translate the same way as just doing the thing in the footwear that you're going to be wearing during the test. So this is what we got to do, and definitely don't recommend wearing boots all the time for all of your workouts. Wear good footwear if you're going to be doing lots of miles of running. But every now and then, if you are in the military and you have a test that tests you with your boots on, every now and then you should probably train with your boots on. And at the very least, you should be training with your boots on to show that you are combat effective. That was a 6-point buck dead on the side of the road. That's That's weird, right? Normally I'll see does or very young bucks where you can't even see their antlers yet on the side of the road. It's very rare that I'll see a buck with a rack dead on the side of the road, at least in this part of the country. Maybe in more rural parts you'll see it, but I'm fairly close to a metropolitan area, and it's kind of rare to see anything dead on the side of the road, let alone it was at least 4 points. Like, I saw 2 coming out. Anyway, sidetrack. The other thing I wanted to talk about is situational awareness. And I'm gonna preface this by saying I am not by any means a security specialist. I've never been close to special operations in any way. I am a pogue, which is a person other than a grunt, meaning I have not been in the infantry. I've worked with the infantry, but I've never been in the infantry in my entire career. Like, I'm a desk jockey from the beginning, essentially. And I still am blown away on almost a daily basis by how little people perceive the world around them. And I namely see this with civilians. Occasionally I'll see it with military, but more often than not, I'm 99.9% of the people I interact with on a daily basis are civilians. So I see people walking. This is just an example. The other day I saw someone walking. We have a really long parking lot at my job, at my place of work. And it's long and narrow. So people will go out and they'll walk laps during their breaks. They got 10, 15 minute break or whatever. They'll do a lap and to get their steps in, to get their exercise, to just get away from the desk for a little bit. And almost every single time I see someone doing laps, they have headphones in, right? They're civilians. They don't have to like not use their phone while they're walking. They have their headphones in. They're listening to music. Maybe they're listening to a video or a podcast, or they're talking on the phone. And that's fine. Like, I don't have an issue with that. I'm not saying I've never walked around with headphones in or gone on a jog and had my headphones in. But if you're walking down a pathway that is made for vehicles, it would probably be really, really smart to have that volume down, to pop one headphone out, and to also just every now and then like look around, right? Because you don't know who's paying attention while they're driving their 2-ton vehicle down this driveway or down this parking lot. You don't know who's paying attention as they go to back out. Not every car has sensors and cameras. Some older cars, you just gotta hope that no one's behind you when you back out. If you're looking back and you don't see them because they're short and you're in a big truck, like there's so many unknowns that it's like shocking to me, because I'll pull into the parking lot and someone's walking down the dead center of this driving lane and they're just walking, and I'm back behind them. I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to be respectful. I'm like, oh, they'll see me. 15 seconds goes by. 20 seconds goes by. 30 seconds goes by. They're still just walking, and I'm driving 1 mile per hour behind them, trying to get to a parking spot. And I am not a confrontational person. I don't like conflict. But I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, I'm going to beat my horn now. And then they'll turn around and they see me and move off to the side. But in my mind, I'm thinking, how did they not sense I was back here? Like, is their music so loud, or is their video or volume so loud that just the whole world shut out? Because to me, when I'm walking around, I'm walking down the street, or I'm on a run, or I'm going for a walk, and I'm anywhere close to other people to interact with, whether it's bikes, like people on bikes, people walking, people jogging, people driving, I can like feel the other people. Is that just a me thing? Like, yes, I'm using my senses, but I know when a car's behind me because I can hear the car. I can hear the tires turning on the road. I can hear the engine. If it's an electric vehicle, I can still hear the car. But if I don't hear the car, I'm using my peripheral, and every now and then I'm just kind of like doing that. I'm not even looking all the way behind me. I'm just looking far enough to see something out of my peripheral. And I know that the military trained me to do that. To just have a kind of your head on a swivel, right? But I'm gonna challenge those who are not in the military to please, for the sake of courtesy, for the sake of the other people around you, just like every 30 seconds, just take a cursory look over your shoulder. And more importantly, for the sake of your safety, like if you are walking around the street with your headphones in and you don't know that there's a car sitting behind you for 35, 40 seconds, that's bad. Because if that car was going 60 miles per hour, you aren't going to be able to pay attention enough to react and jump out of the way. If a person is walking behind you, like, you're not going to know, right? So please just pay attention. Please, like, take the time to take the steps to learn how to have situational awareness. Oof, I will not be filming my workout. There's about 7 million Marines down here at the track. They're fucking getting it, you know what I mean? Now I just gotta try not to embarrass myself. Well, if that workout taught me anything, it's that I am not ready to take a CFT.